add any more technical ability.
I was going to say, okay, they've gone 5 armor. There was Zion hadn't bought anything, and neither had Stacks, so they were talking about being a little more tactical, perhaps.
Well, there we go. Flashbangs, Molotovs again. We've seen Big with this setup before. Pistols haven't been too positive for them so far. We'll see what happens.
Okay, there's a small issue with this. They've wanted to go aggressive for this reason, to fight, to brawl, to take map control. That's why you buy 5 armor. The issue with it is that they were all in such a position that they could run by them and get to the A site, which now they're going to do. Now they're going to realize, and they can't let that happen because they don't have kits for the plant. Zeph chases down the bomb, and he now knows Tizian's over to the other side, gets the reload in time, and finds Tizian for good measure. That is a recovery. If Big had identified that sooner, book it down long, you're in the A site, and you've got a very different situation.
They were looking for fights. They certainly found it. All the kills taking place in the connector. The human rubble is what remains of 9 corpses. And it will be 1-0 MVP. That's going to be gutting. A really difficult round to give away. And Big comes right down to the wire. A 1v1, but MVP pull it right back. No force buy here for Big. They're going to stay on the Glocks. They've got a couple of flashbangs here looking for bomb plant. From what we can tell right now, it's going to be towards A.
To start, the Big wanted, and you said it on Dust 2. There was a hint of it toward the end of Inferno. MVP are waking up in this series. They knocked out E-United already. Not that E-United were a favorite to make the playoffs, but they have had some form as of late. Rio didn't go their way. They were in the group of death, in my opinion, between the 2 groups. Group A in that event with Furia and Avangar already in it was pretty strong. They didn't look amazing, though, and then here they got absolutely crushed by MVP. Absolutely battered. Door open, no one on short. All corners covered, but a smoke goes down from the CT side. Having heard that door open, and no footsteps if they're walking, that's not a bad guess for timing. Zeta was the one to throw it. They still have 1 left on Zine. He's out toward A. Well removed. Well struck from Zeph and Zeta. Stacks found 2 as well.
It's MVP looking very, very confident with that finish. 2-0, but that's absolutely fine for Big. They were going to buy up in this round. They're going to bring out a Krieg for Godbeat. 4 AKs around him. Pretty decent in terms of utility as well. They have not got a plan down yet, and there's no quote-unquote real rifle for MVP. 3 for masses, 2 UMPs, but they've been such an aggressive squad. I'm so fascinated to see what they're going to bring to the table here on Overpass. It's crazy coordination as well. The flashes they have and the little set pieces are really fun to watch. We'll see what they can do here. HE's being exchanged towards middle, but Big doing most of the damage. CTs will fall back and reposition. Didn't get what they were looking for at the very start there, but they have been handy with the masses throughout the tournament. Great mechanical skill in this squad. Different play style, difficult to contain.
God, B back out along this time with the Krieg and Tizian's with him on the AK. There will be a confrontation at the flower pots because Zine is waiting and he's getting the information from HSK. Both of them on FAMAS at this point, so it's not like they've got a ton of range for HSK to work with. Don't get me wrong, it's still a rifle, but it's not an AUG, it's not an AWP, and it's certainly not an M4, and the flash was certainly not in position. Gobby, quick removal of the close player. Now that the guns are out, Big certainly seem to have a plan, and the plan now is to make contact at B after they've forced the rotation toward A. Problem is, 2 things, 1 for each team. First problem, okay, is now amplified. Everyone's already rotated and the kills have already come in from HSK as a result, but they're gonna realize B's wide open. Problem is 24 seconds. I don't know if they can get back there in time. Tabson's gonna try to go straight through the middle, down the stairs and over to the open site.
Well, it's a decent call. They have got time to get that down. That won't be the issue. It's whether they can hold off the retake here. And there it is. Legia confirms it. That's going to be bomb going down and actually looking like a quite promising situation now.
6 seconds. He got there just in time. Imagine. Remember that Tabson found a kill at long to trade back one of the 2 that was lost? Imagine he was dropped there and the bomb stays at long. That's it. That's round. They wouldn't have time.
Yeah. Well, MVP, they'll be okay with this. Remember, this is the bonus round. They didn't come in with anything. This is quite smart. They've left and actually gone to recover any rifles there. They've got a Krieg and an AK. Remember, they came in with 3 FAMASs and 2 UMPs. This round, they were always likely to lose, so the fact they leave with some decent firepower, the money's going to be reasonable. So this isn't the end of the world, and that retake wasn't really going to work out for them. But big, really nice call there. The timing, right down to the wire, but still absolutely correct in their calculations. So Legia holding in towards that B site manages to give a clear point of access there for the bomb to be planted, and MVP will certainly be buying up in this round. They're going to buy up an AWP as well. So the AKs and Kriegs will be distributed. Here's Tizian, flashed off, double kill with the FAMAS. Still wasn't quite enough there.
Legia did well to hold this off as part of the plan. We mentioned it as soon as they got the first kill over toward A. He was already pushing through and on sandbags. If it weren't for the 2 kills on the A side, it could have just been a clean and clinical round, but it made things very awkward for a moment. HSK doesn't go to the bench. And this is a different approach. All the way around, wants to see if they're committed, and now he's got an off angle that they're not really going to be protecting themselves from. He could see the head, but not hit the shot. Dangerous to go back into the smoke like that, but he does. Problem is he's revealed that that's his trick already, and he might use that connection point more. And the counter to it is if Tizian goes all the way around and walks out before there's contact from long, he can punish. He's already punished Zeta this time.
He absolutely has. Looking for their second round. They have the advantage for now. Legia has crept through the monster tunnel, but grenades coming in. He doesn't seem to mind, though. Couple of kills for Nex as well. 4 versus 1, and Zine is so far removed. He can't even consider going for this. He'll have to fall back, another round for Big, and they're actually looking pretty decent here. Nice entries coming through as they made their way towards the side. Legia hits the all-important shot. The Nex finishes it up with a couple of one-taps himself. Money is going to be very low indeed for MVP.
There is a good Zine on this map because there's more signs on this map than any other.
You can confirm that?
So definitely, come on, think about it. There's park sign, there's like a restaurant sign, there's the other one at the end of long, there's the playground sign, there's some other signs, bathroom sign, sign on the ground right there that has a truck drawn by a 3-year-old on it. And yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, let's clear that up. And
that's official.
That's official stat.
That was stat tracking
Peter
right
from
there.
OHL TV, let us know if we're correct.
I usually confirm all their stats, actually, in a similar fashion.
It will be a rush towards the B area, at least. I don't think they'll commit to this. Legia might with the MAC-10. He knows they're going to be eco, yeah? Or the little... Oh, no. So, do you want to take this to the USP? Oh my god, not the double kill.
Oh my god.
That would have been so wild. They've actually got the kill back here.
It essentially was, because the damage was there. Legia was down to 1 shot, and Zeph just walked around and capitalized. We've touched on this before, that 3-man boost used to be something that you would do on its own. I'm going to sneeze, hang on. Pity the fool that's got to use this mic tomorrow. We've talked about that 3-man boost before on its own. A lot of teams are changing it up now and putting a 4th man on the B side as well for that exact reason. Because if you peek and do damage and pull the attention your way, the 4th man just peeks out from short immediately after.
Yeah.
And he'll pick up the pieces, which is the case there against Legia.
Yeah, the fact they were full eco 2 frags and made things a little bit uncomfortable, that's about as good as it's going to get. But there we go. Nice stuff from MVP. And now they have an okay buy. Utility's not amazing. There's no AWP. A couple of lesser weapons there as well. And those are the Astralis grenades towards the boost spot. Zeta swallows them, but still lives to tell the tale. He'll fall back, though, however. And Big starts to continue the approach towards B. We're going to see Legia just drop the smoke and a Molotov. Still short.
Yeah, they really don't want anyone there at all on that wall, do they?
No, definitely not.
And Legia with the AK already making contact toward position, which has a name that's not appropriate. Has some other names too, most notably entry ramp.
Ooh, the smoke's being delivered here. Just trying to bait out some utility from the CTs, and Tizian's causing trouble on the A site. I know a slight gap in the smoke, but Stack's finding a lot more.
I like him. I do. I like him a lot. He's got Lagia down. He knew that they'd spammed that position and tried to clear it, so he walked straight back out to the wall and just played it and held it. And they thought if he wasn't going to be on that angle, well, guess what, he was. And now he's even being clever to play the headshot angle on the vent while there's already one on top of the grates. Stax missed the headshot toward the short entry, but now Zeph can play off of it, and Stax did everything he could to pull that round back into contention.
Yeah, solid round from him. Absolutely. 3-3 MVP. Back on the board now after losing a few rounds in a row. Money relatively strong for Big. A couple of players money to drop here, but they've got 9K on, I think it was Tizian, so he's going to distribute the wealth out accordingly. 7 here. Remember, loser of this game will be going home. AK's Krieg and the AWP for Tabson, who's been slow this series, but there's always a chance for him to be explosive. We've seen it so many times before. CT's pretty standard setup, 2 towards middle. Zeph with the initial HG lands convincingly at the feet of Lagia, smokes it down, and now they have control of B. There are 4 players outside, however.
Lagia's levitating. It's at Wingardium Leviosa, Henry.
There you go.
Yeah.
You look it up yesterday?
I knew all along.
Ah.
Duh. Flash deep, but so too are the players. Lagia most notably as he finds Zeph already back towards short. They were far inside of the site, far more than they were expecting and anticipating. As Zeta gets next, that gives Stax position. They haven't committed to the plant yet, so he won't commit to the peak. Smoke down, didn't land correctly. That was supposed to stay on short, and that gives Zyne an angle. A Zyne taking the angle, but Stax went back to support it. He now has to play off Gobby. Low HP, should be able to find the shot, but Gobby instead gets the headshot angle.
Wow. Well, a missed smoke. Looked like it was going to cost them the round, but they are pulling it back someone. HSK! A rare miss from him. Normally absolutely nails those sort of jaws, and Zeta now has got a lot of thinking to do. The mind games begin. Will they fall back towards A or continue their approach towards B? He has no idea. He just has to choose one or the other and stick with it. 20 seconds remaining. He's made the correct decision, or has he? Oh my goodness, that's a touchdown from Tizian. Right down his throat.
Sick. Round just ending on an aid. Through that with all intentions of them running to the site, and then it just stopped. They were like, oh, well, all right.
That'll do.
Yep, that's next round, please.
4-3, big. And that missed smoke, it looked like it was going to cost him everything. You can see Tabson just crawls out from Monster thinking he's going to be covered. Absolutely not, but an amazing shot from God B. Saves the day, really. That one kill really was everything.
And HSK not hitting his as well
yeah.
at short. I think he tried to pre-fire. He saw like his elbow maybe and just was like, wow, he's running at me. I'll just fire. But maybe should have held his nerve a bit there. Because as you say, it left him, his teammate, unsure of where they could go. It opened up the map again.
Absolutely. Oh, this is the eco now. Couple of HGs. Flashbang. God B. It's a challenge long. Nice call from him. He knows the money's low. And might as well keep the jewels at maximum range. That's where they're heading towards long and just continuing their default here. Checking all the key areas. No rush, just hold up.
Lagia with an AK. He'll take first contact. They're letting him enter. He's not throwing support nades today. He's feeling it. Oh, speaking of nades, though, my goodness. For a team set with just pistols to defend, they have given themselves a chance of doing so. Unfortunately, HSK and Zyne are the only 2 left. They're together in conjunction with one another on the site, but they cannot get the distance, and Gobby does with the Krieg. Zyne on a CZ. 26 seconds and wants the ramp, but Gobby comes around that. He's been getting all the kills from that position. 3rd for this round, and it's another for Big, 5-3.
Absolutely true. There were some question marks going into this one of how much time they would have had to actually work out all the roles and executions here on the T side of Overpass, but so far so good. It's not like MVP have looked like slouches on the map either. This has just been a very good game so far. Very interesting and still on a knife's edge, but you have to give the advantage towards Big, not only in the scoreline, but the fact they're on the T side as well. And they don't show any signs of slowing down just yet. Tizian flashing off towards middle, and a much more tentative setup here from MVP.
Yeah, that's a read. Next knows that. He's been tagged either way, though. He's been dinked. He's... Oh, we gotta get out of that. Any more bullets came through, and he's missing jumps. The nade on the door, blowing it out, usually indicative that you're gonna stay on the balcony and try to spray it.
Oh my God, Legia right through the corner. I'm not sure if he was intending on finding a kill there, but absolutely landed it. That was so cool. Manages to take down Zeph, and they've got a 5-on-4 with plenty of time remaining. And look at the CT utility map. They've got 2 flashes remaining, no kits, and it's a 5-on-4 against them. They need a reaction play here. They cannot sit back and hope for the best. Someone needs to step up and find a frag for them. Get something going in their favor. No smokes, nothing at all. If an execution comes in, which is likely considering the setup are big, they won't be able to hold it off. The AWP will be made redundant. They won't be able to challenge through the smokes. They won't be able to push them back with incendiaries. It will be a nightmare. And this is what Zion has to do right now. This is the reaction play, and he doesn't want 1 kill. He wants the whole lot.
He's got 1 to start. Legia, he's going to sneak in from Monster. The problem is, as soon as they confirm that Zion has gone down through the underpass, through connector, there's for us the site. HSK's realized it, though. He's got back there just in time with the EWP. That causes a problem that they weren't anticipating. I'll jump across, and bomb is not in. Zion is rotated back. Wow, this worked out far better for MVP than I thought it would, because they gave up long. It was red and well reacted. Unfortunately for them, Legia is still lurking. No reaction from Stax. I would have thought they were a little quicker to turn. It is going to still be Zion, though, putting 6 seconds on the clock and the bomb down. They'll even get Legia at 4 seconds left, thankfully for Legia's sake. But it's another round for MVP.
That's so agonizing for Big, though. They give the opening pick. They've got all the advantages in the world. The CTs don't have any utility. But like I said, a reaction play had to come through. They kind of thought about it. Zion was a player to step up there. He manages to get the pick, funnel them towards A, and HSK in the perfect spot. He doesn't play on the bomb site. He's holding towards middle, watching the long position. They didn't anticipate it. This was the moment. Zion pushes them closer towards the bomb site, and it's an absolute nightmare for Big, but very, very well played from MVP. It looked almost impossible with the setup they had to hold off an execution, but they managed to get the fights done before that was even a possibility. So great stuff there. Round 10, third and final map. Money actually pretty weak on both teams. Whoever wins this will presumably send their opposition towards Eco Town, and it's a double AWP set up for the first time on the CT side.
Yeah, real estate's not good there right now, and the supermarket closes at like 8, so I wouldn't want to go to Eco Town.
It's not great.
Cotton candy's crunchy. It's just not a good place. Henry, can we go somewhere
Popcorn's
else?
cold. It's all going wrong. And
Let's go somewhere else.
Well, Zeph is certainly trying to avoid going there at all. He gets the opening kill in this round. This is a very important one and indicative who will be taking the half victory. It's Legia to go down. He had a great round before. Those couple of kills wasn't quite enough. Couldn't beat the buzzer. For Mass for Zeta. Got the lead for now. Next looking to boost his teammate up. See if they can get a little cheeky pick here. Silently does it. Just looking over towards those barrels right now. There is a player behind the pillar. That's Stax. He's got the AWP focused on Monster.
Stax can't hit the first one. Blinded up. How's he alive? Tabson does get the angle. How's he alive, Tabson? Because Zeph thought he killed him. So convinced he looked away.
Absolutely. Similar situation now. No utility. You've got an AWP on the retake, and I think they're just going to have to give in and let this one slip by. Really nice play.
Is that first light pole suspicious to you? Just kind of in the middle like that? I mean, I know there's a path there, but like, is that not like some Harry Potter stuff right there?
You're very into the Harry Potter stuff the last couple of days.
Listen, man,
it's
I'm
on
not
your
gonna
mind,
lie.
isn't it?
I've spent like the last 2 15-hour flights just marathoning it, so it is on my mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Portal key. Alan Rickman's great, isn't he?
Yes, absolutely, absolute legend.
May he rest in peace.
Indeed. I'm sure he'd shoot it in somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Wouldn't miss this. I hope you guys are with us as well. This is an exciting game. Actually, much better than I thought it was. It's looking very competitive indeed. Great execution there, and lovely play from Tabson. He has had his best performance. Hasn't necessarily been bad. It's just we expect so much from him. He gets 2 fantastic shots in towards our B bomb site. And Stax and Zeph will not be joining their teammates in any sort of investments here. They stay on the USP and nothing else. The AWP is out for HSK, and he knows he's got to take matters into his own hands. He goes towards that connector. Smoked off. He's going to hit this. Not quite. Next was ready for it. He
Good
had the
prediction,
lineup
Hank.
there. Yeah, I know. He was ready, though. And this boost, will they be able to find anything? FAMAS not the ideal weapon. It's noisy. It's weak. It's a little bit. It's a little bit much. It's quite
It's
like you,
noise,
Matt. Yeah.
bloody noise. Like well played, you got there. He was a little slow to react to, unfortunately. Bloody noisy weapon. Like he has got stacks down. He hasn't quite had the same impact that he did on Dust, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they didn't force buy into this round. Unfortunately, they don't save any weapons at all, and the loss bonus coming in at third stage, they will be getting $2,400 per player on top of the 2K they have. So it's a reasonable buy, especially if Zion can save the M4, so there'll be enough. There'll be compromises again, and that's been a real storyline of this CT side for MVP. They get enough for rifles, but they don't necessarily have all the bits and pieces to have successful rounds. They've been relying heavily on the individual performances, which has been fantastic, don't get me wrong. It's just not the most ideal half of them going forward, and it's going to be 7-4 as Big extend their lead once again. So the buy's coming through. Zion will have to drop one, I'd imagine. Actually, it's not too bad. He might be able to keep his money stronger, and we'll have a look at the overall complexity. So 3 players have had incendiaries, and they have got the smokes now, so it's much better than before, but no AWP. Zeta goes with the FAMAS instead, so compromises having to be made left, right, and center as Next lines up the smoke for the bathrooms here. Zion tried the challenge towards middle. Oh, he gets stuck. Looks like he's okay, though. He'll fall back.
Blind leading the blind as he gets back in. Could have cost him in that position. And they'll set in position to take long. With 2, with a flash to accompany them. And 2 in tow, so 3, I was going to say 4 at long, 3 at long. Lagia just waits toward the top side of the picnic. Gives him a chance to look down the stairs at connector. Set smokes. End of the oddly peculiar ridgeline of the path. Guide rail. I don't even know what you call that. It's not really a curb, is it? Design. Oh, that is how you get wrecked right there. Nade pretty much lands in Uranus, and then you get shot to Pluto with an AK.
What can be done here? Try. You take over that. I can't follow that up. That's too much.
Like he has got HSK. It was in the bathroom, so it made sense. Zeta, though, it goes to the one and done. It might not be a bad call in this situation because they seem to be ready to plant the bomb with the smokes positioned as they are, although I say positioned. They're not perfect. There's a gap toward the dumpster. Stacks his tag. He's down to 17, and a great kill from Tabson. Company Lagia in finding Zeph, and they know where Stacks is. He's made far too much noise. 8-4.
Shout out to Lagia, the coach. Another 3K there in a gun round. That's absolutely massive. Big, looking
He's
very
on
impressive.
top of the server again.
Again. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's really quite cool. What a day to turn up.
There's the sign, see?
Is that some menu? Is that a sign?
It's a menu. It counts as a sign. They put it up
Okay,
as
well,
a
you're
sign.
changing the goalpost there slightly.
Not
so if a menu's on
really.
a wall, you're saying that's
A
a
sign is a post that tells you, like, information. It's something you put somewhere.
So if you're in a restaurant and a waiter comes over to you, you say,
No,
hi,
but-
can I have the sign,
Okay,
please?
no, but they put it in on a postage board, and in its current
That's
function,
in a presentation box with the menu.
It's in that function. It works as a bit of a sign.
A bit of a sign. Oh, I'm not sure that definition would work. I'm not sure we can count that
Vote
one.
today on Twitter.
Okay.
All right,
The
people at home.
important stuff coming through.
Let me just make sure I turn my phone back on for that, because I know I'm winning this one, Henry. That's all I'm saying.
Well, MVP might not be winning this round, Matt. Back into the action here. That was a pause for them, and they're going to have the CZs, the PD50s. No armor, no nades, but I like this. The CZ boost, he actually might have a chance here with Tamsin sneaking around the corner. They are aware of it, but he's actually done very well to negate them. But will Next be able to do the same? I feel like Zion is getting a kill here.
No, he's not. They will get one in the end, but that's all. And they've lost 3 in the process. 2 from that exchange and 1 elsewhere on the map. So 8-4 is perhaps 9-4. It looked like, you're right, he had the position, he was looking down, gap in the smoke, but
Yeah.
it just presented itself too
they were certainly aware of it on the big side. That Molotov suggests they know what that smoke means. I think we've seen that many times before. But they get one kill. It's not the end of the world. It's going to be big. Looking very comfortable here. 9-4 lead. There is a very strong buy, though, from MVP. With that in mind. Couple more rounds to go. And big, if they get double digits, they might be on the home straight. But remember, they are playing with the stand-in CT sides. Sure, you could normally say, when you're speaking in broad strokes, that Overpass is a CT-sided map, but it's all about context, and the context is here. It's very difficult to have rotations there and lockdown bomb sites, especially if you're not with your full team. So this still could have a few more twists and turns regardless. Pushing through the Molotov there. Tabson doesn't even seem to mind. He's got 16 HP. Might not want to repeat this, but he will fall back and be fine for now. He's the AWPer, so HP, it's not the end of the world. It's low. Not ideal, of course. Flash over towards Monster, trying to bait out some utility. Zef considering throwing his smoke. He will now, surely. No, he's actually let Legia through. He's been a bit of a menace on this B side.
Legia over top of the ramp. He's actually snuck in. The smoke positioning just allowed him to go in and almost back out of the site on short. He's not spotted anyone, so he's not really sure what to do. Tizian knows what to do. Takes down Zine.
That's a nice opening pick. Zine didn't see that coming at all. HSK is going to nail this shot, though. No problem at all. He now has to defend the A side, though. Players at the mouth of the bomb site. He's going in with the AWP. He wants to fight, and you can see why. This guy's a warrior.
I'm impressed he got that because he was running and made a lot of noise. Next turn and was ready, but gave himself up. MVP don't quite look as composed on this map. Not that they've got a plan. They're reactionary. Their positions are relying on fortune and information, which this round they are getting. Even inside of the pit on B, a player walks by, shot from below, bomb down, 19 seconds, 16 HP, and we might get a 5th round at least for the CT side. Taps him with the AWP. Gonna try and do what HSK did to his teammate. Get aggressive, get in his face, but that can't be done so easily.
4 kills. Fantastic work. I love the confidence from HSK. He's like, you know what, guys, we are maybe being a little bit too passive. It goes against everything we stand for here. I'm going to get stuck in with the AWP and find all the kills required. Tizian opened up the A site there with the AK-47, but his HSK has certainly shut it down. And he comes back in and has absolutely nails almost every single shot there. So great stuff as we get into the final round of the first half here. Double AWP set up now for MVP. Looking for that 9-6. If they get it, a sigh of relief perhaps, because that was off the menu for a while. Off the sign, I should say now. As we get into the final round now. 9-6. Possible.
It might be on the dessert sign.
It might be.
Maybe the drink sign?
Yeah. Could be the case. Zets up. 3 and 10. Want to see a bit more from him. I want to see a lot more from Stacks as well.
Don't cry, MVP mascot. Don't cry. He kind of looks like a shark that's sad.
Yeah, I can see that.
So maybe that's like Vega, because they're like, oh, no, we just don't qualify for anything anymore.
I don't think we're going to see them for a while. Where are they?
That's my point.
Yeah. Poor little sharks.
Poor little sharks.
Whoever is in that shark costume as well. Not going to see him for a while. Anyway, got B with the opening pick of the AWP of all weapons. So he's going to find Stack. And again, Legia has actually found his way in towards B. Again, this time can't find the kill. Back to a 4-on-4, but he has done damage.
That's not even the worst mascot story I know. I can give you another one in a minute when we get some time.
Okay. I'm interested.
Yeah. Next. Good flash. Zeph back in. Next was on the other side of it, but Tizian got the shot from range. Would have been a good counter peek because they weren't positioned to be blind from it. That is forced out for the barrels on 5 HP. HSK and Zine better get their behinds moving. Just kind of force words to rhyme it.
At this point?
Yeah, it's 2019. Rap's dead anyway, so just might as well butcher it.
I suppose so. Well, next is Butcher Zeta towards short. It's going to be HSK and Zine now to hold on. Double digits looking incredibly likely here. They continue their assault towards B, and the AWP has to deliver. He has to hit every single shot's not going to happen. Zine, this looks almost impossible now in the open. Does some damage, but it is going to be double digits in the final map of the first half here as we go 10-5 for Big. This is looking very good, man.
Very, very good indeed. We'll Come back in 2 minutes and see if MVP come back at all. We'll see in a sec.
Under peach yellow skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Book a plane, fly away. We will never be the same. And as long as you are mine, come on and run away. We wanna run away. We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Henry, once upon a time, at the ski hill where my brother raced, and we went as a family. There was a mascot. It was typically a teenager that was out being rather rambunctious and energetic. However, one day when the ski team decided to do their photo, one of the parents, who also instructed at the hill, decided she would troll the team and be the mascot for the photo and was then going to surprise them. However, one particular person on the ski team, Scott, decided to beat the crap out of the mascot that day, and it was his friend's mom. Yeah, that's the worst mascot story I know. Yeah, that was not good. Marg was not happy. Neither is Zion and Zeph. They've got their heads taken off. That's unfortunate, because Nex and Tizian have the opening kills. Tizian's flirting with fire, literally, as he wanted to get back up and spot toward Monster, but couldn't do so for a second, and that's when they get away.
They absolutely do. It's going to be 5-on-3 now. HSK, Stacks, and Zeta have it all to do. They haven't got a lot of time, and that is a really unfortunate story, Matt. I couldn't give you a proper reaction. You really got into the action as you told the punchline there, but I respect it.
Yeah, it was rough. He just thought, like, oh, today's the day I'll pick on the mascot. And then Marg's inside like a 50-year-old lady just getting battered.
So sad.
Yeah, it was rough.
What was your mascot of? Like, what was
it was like a bunny. It was like a
bunny.
yellow bunny. I think it was a
Right.
bunny. Yes, just for whatever reason for the photo, she thought it would be funny if she could be the mascot, and then
That's a
she
nice
would
idea.
surprise them. And she was going to troll them and mess with them a bit.
Yeah.
And, yeah, great idea. It just didn't quite work out the way it was planned.
Well, got beat. Challenge towards short. Would like a bit more damage there, but he gets away unscathed, so he's okay with it. HSK makes his way to the A site. He's alone. He's trying to sell a dream here. Needs to land a headshot. Flashbang's decent. CT get out of position and hit the headshot there. Nice work from Nex. He's looked very strong today, I have to say. That's up. Trying to make any sort of impact here. Looking for a plant now. Stacks. Don't think it's going to happen. A kill at this point would be welcomed by him. We'll see if he can get it. More and more damage. Death by 1,000 paper cuts as he will be taken down in the end. It's going to be 11-5. And Big with a great start here. This couldn't have gone any better for them. as they look to take a 12-5 lead. Shouldn't be a buy here from MVP. They'll get the AKs out in the third. MP9s, 3 of them on the big side. Now they know the AKs will be in the third, so that's an interesting buy. I'll be fascinated to see what they do next round to make this one work for themselves. But they have got all the utility they need. This round will be no problem. It's the next one I'm more concerned about.
Taps in with the scout, just waiting to see if anyone crosses. He's not going to get aggressive and out toward the bench position. There's no need to take a scout against the pistols that aggressively and give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Is that making an
Red
appearance?
Hot Chili Peppers, yo, what up?
Yeah,
I don't
got
even
it.
really listen to them, but yeah, it's making an appearance.
Oh, it's late in the day. It's good to see them finally here in Sydney. And we'll have Glocks patiently waiting for their opportunity to strike here. Like we normally say, just baiting out utility, waiting for mistakes to be made. Legia might offer himself up, but he's timed it very well indeed. He's going to get some sound cues now from rotating T's.
This is a dead man. Oh, yeah. Oh, Legia.
I
The
like
coach with a
that.
knife.
Oh,
Oh, baby. And he's got a second on Zeph.
that's pretty cool. That was stylish. I like that. Gets the knife kill. He gets another $600 there as well. He made a ton of money that round.
He's having fun. You can almost tell.
Yeah, 2,100 farms. And at this point, he's fine with that. Maybe it was worth more than 2 kills, but that's absolutely fine. That's no problem at all. Next, we'll get the third. Looking to close things out. And like we said, the fact that they know they've got the AKs coming out next, the fact that Legia gets that much cash farmed up, at least they'll have another strong rifle into the next round. It's up to Zeta now to try and get the bomb down. The B side's actually open for now. There is a chance he gets a plant down here. That's what we need to focus on.
Yeah, he can do it.
No, Gold's got him. Gold's got him.
Just barely, okay. There was a bit of a miscue there because the rotation from B had already existed, and when Nex went down, I didn't see who it was that was actually flanking around, excuse me. I think it was Tizian. Called for the rotation, and they were both going to go over toward B, but Tabson actually rotated out toward the connector, thinking, well, he could still go back that way. Well, no, what Tizian meant was that he had that covered, and then he realized, and that's why they were late getting to B. They both should have just gone, because Tizian would have had the A side covered off as a result of his rotation. So, bit of a miscue there.
Well, here come the Galils, the AKs, and like we said, it needed a couple of stronger rifles. They've certainly got that now. As Nex has the AUG, there's the M4 for Legia, and 3 players towards middle for MVP. We'll see whether they can actually crack through the defense here. Legia's got a bit of a gap in the smoke there, but they're focusing more towards the bomb site itself. 5 players actually in the same position here. Who will be striking first? Legia waits patiently, got B spots a few. Molotov towards the bathrooms, and Legia's going to be striked. HSK, and they're going to find the first 2 frags. Got to be surely taken down at this stage.
Zeta! He's got Tabson, though. Good turn and reaction toward Long, but he's not aware that Legia was still out toward the flowers. He's pretty much isolated in that position, though, and Stax starts to come alive. Didn't have the first half. That replicated his performance on Dusk, too.
What?
He's going to need it now because Nex has snuck out and found Zine, with the bomb. M4 upgrade from the Galil, but not aware that the MP9 of Tizian was waiting behind.
Well, there it is. The round comes to an end. That's absolutely huge for Big, as they managed to fend off the first gun round there with AKs and Galils with their desperate situation of having MP9s and a couple of rifles, but they really make it work. Legia with a nice opening kill here. That manages to stay down HSK, but God B does most of the heavy lifting. That's a really strong kill. Allows his teammates to rotate in, denies the plant. They've got to take another eco here as well. We're going to have Deagles, PT-50s, and a couple of Glocks thrown into the mix as they go fast towards middle. Big and touching distance of knocking MVP out of the tournament with the coach playing as well. MVP, certainly a team that's got potential, but this could be a gutting way to crash out of the tournament. What's the play here? They have got bathrooms now. Tabson towards middle. Does not need to be part of this fight, and you can see why, because as soon as he loses that orb, that's when things get problematic.
Where did he hit Zine? Did he clip the wall?
I'm not sure.
His crosshair's way above the legs. Well, either way, you're right. It got caught out for it, and now the op is down. And Tizian, they're reacting. You almost don't need to against the pistol still, but he gets the information, and that's good enough. Next will do better than that. He'll fall back inside of the stairs, having found Zeph in front of the bathrooms. Legia. Legion on the site.
It's a bit tense for that AWP in the situation here.
Yeah. If he had gone for the wide peek and checked that position right away, might have been better off forward. He did actually get Ligia, so they get 2 kills from the round. They'll get the off back. Gobby ensures it. 2 rounds to go for Big, and MVP will unfortunately go no further. Big featuring the coach, Will.
And Ligia has scored 21 kills. So has Nex. tabseN 7. What is going on today?
Can we get a camera just to see that they're not actually swapped positions for this game?
That's so bizarre. Like, I know disrespect to Ligia, but he is objectively the coach of the team who hasn't been a pro for about 6 months now. tabseN.
And never was a top fragging player when he was.
Definitely not. That's fair to say. And tabseN is one of the best riflers we have in the game. He's unbelievable. tabseN, there it is. He gets his 8th kill. He'll fall back. Sets up. Will be taken down. Looking for series points. As Big get one step closer. What a convincing victory this has been. Fair play to them. I had my doubts going to Overpass, but they've certainly shown me they've done the theory side of this. Looking very comfortable indeed.
Ligia goes back out to the flower pots where he found success just 2 rounds ago. In fact, I think it was just 1 round ago. No, it was 2, I'm sure. HSK isn't, but knows there was a flash and likely a peek behind it, so he'll consider the possibility that there is someone up close. And I thought he was going to get that, you know. I really did, but Ligia comes out better for it. tabseN. Definitely saw Zeph try and go for the shoulder peek, and on the 2nd attempt, takes him down, follows up with Stacks. Bomb remains on the ground, and Zine, I think, is going to resign. He's gone, he's backed out. You're right, the Molotov was enough to confirm that.
Yeah, that's really good stuff from tabseN. And he gets 3 kills in the round. Really, really strong stuff there. Sniper of Big getting it done. Zine, will he survive? I think he'll be fine here. Oh, okay. Nice work, Tizian. He just made sure he got no cash there, right? Yeah, Zine, $200 just to make things worse at elimination points. He gets no cash at all. That is gutting for him. There's the replay of tabseN going to town. 1 more round would do it. I think it wouldn't be too bold for me to say this is going to be a big victory. They're on the CT side. They've got full control of the economy. 10 lives here. It would be an absolute meltdown. And if this one was given up, MVP is certainly capable of making this sort of round work, but there's a lot more to do after that. Round 21. It could be the last one here, ladies and gents. This is our final map of the day. A stream's already packed up and finished. Burning the midnight oil here on the B stream. Big, though, looking to close this one out early, but it's never normally that simple, you know. Things can and will go wrong from time to time.
tabseN, ooh, chance for 2, only gets the 1, but stays alive somehow. Didn't chase down. Zine's hesitation, okay, will eventually pay off. Could have cost them heavily. Zeta stepping up, grabs the op, and now they've got an advantage. Gobby couldn't do any damage. That is only on 2. Clever little flash, clever little nade, clever little front face from Zine, and it's the CZ75 getting the kill. It also is going to take the aggro, but Nex saves the day, getting both kills and protecting the truck to allow Tizian to close out the game. 16-5. Big will at least survive until tomorrow.